the Creative Group, an internationally renowned architecture and design firms based out of New Delhi. This group has been in existence for the last 50 years and has done several award-winning works in the areas of construction and infrastructure. We are pleased to have with us the founder of this group, Professor Charanjeet Singh Shah, with us, along with the Principal of Architects, Mr. Gurpreet Singh Shah. Thank you so much, sirs, for consenting to be a part of this interview.
In the olden days, in 1947, our parents got transformed from so-called as Pakistan to India, and I am a refugee-born child, and I was born in Purana Killa in a refugee camp, and my parents groomed me still without any financial that sort of a support. Their passion was only that my child should get sort of educated. I got admission in the School of Planning and Architecture. The passion which probably I think that I had supportingly and giving a lot of initiation, and generally that's why I say that even if you have the passion, sky is not the limit. You can even go to any extent, probably if you really become a true Karam Yogi. Started, and I was just like a freelance. And after doing work for about 1.5 years with some of the great masters, I was groomed by the great masters like Joseph Allen Stein, Lee Corbusier, Raj Riwal, Kuldeep Singh, who really had a touch of soul into their architecture, and it was like a very truthful, sustainable architecture. So I just wanted to understand them and practically copy them. Like a chef, he learns from a bigger chef and, trying to understand the various things put together. So that is how I started, and with God's grace, in 1971 I started, and from a small house, God has been very kind that now the big bouquet is so full that we are now as a big corporate practice globally. It's like passing on the baton to the next generation, and probably maybe if my grandson also becomes an architect and he take it further. Engineering was strong enough, and architecture was in a little smaller component of practice, and we had just about 4 to 6 colleges of architecture that time. The awareness was not that much, but my father then put me along to some of the few architects, Kuki Mathur and Jasbir Sajdev, and he made me introduced to them. I could understand how an architect worked. Then that made me little attached to this, and then I was very fortunate that this is a premium institution, SPA, so I got admission. Incidental architect because I got admission in Jodhpur in civil engineering, and I opted for architecture because I don't have to pay for hostel and going away from Delhi. So it was like a financial this thing. I even didn't know to how spell out architecture. I used to say architect because that was the understanding, the vocabulary, the personality which I was at that time. Then slowly and slowly I could see that, it's like, you're dreaming out, you are looking into many more things put together, and it's a very passionate sort of a profession. Learning from the great masters, I could dig out how to connect the build form with the nature, philosophy. Sometimes, people understand, it's just a plain two-dimensional thing, but no, it's a volumatical analysis of many more things put together, and I try to do all these things myself, and that is how I am so proud and so satisfied that wherever we done, we try to put soul into architecture.
I think airports is something that really changed the scale for us. When I came back after my urban design, we did a couple of international design competitions, and we were lucky that one of the mega projects of Chennai Airport, which is almost 200,000 square meters of built up area, that project we won. from there on, I think we have been doing n number of airports one after the other. And today we have completed more than 30 airports in the country, and globally now we are working in Nepal, in Africa, and also in some of the airports in Europe. So the whole transformation of scale from a small project, as he has talked about, to these very complex structures which are beyond architecture, and where various disciplines of architecture, engineering and other disciplines also come together. So this is where we really specialize, where we are able to create a sustainable ecosystem for a project, and we are able to give a very sustainable and cohesive building as an end product to the user.
Destiny plays a very vital role. You probably can work very hard, but sometimes your luck doesn't favor. As Gurpreet has said, we were so lucky that we did 4 of the national and global design limited competition, and we were so lucky to get all the 4. Chennai, we got Raipur, we got Vadodara, we got Goa. Probably when we're doing such large project, at the time when we were not, India is shining like today, we were the first one to bring technology. We were the first one to bend half a meter pipe, 16 mm thick in India. We did the largest cantilever in any of the terminal in the world of 80 feet, 25 meters. We were the first one to create steam cured box action girders in flyover, the thinnest, 400 mm thick and 80 mm waffles. So that technology intervention from the global empowered us engineering skill and our architectural ability to create those sort of volumes. That's why people started calling us like airport kings, because now if you take creative group, we have more than 35 railway stations. We are into waterways, airways, land ports and ferry terminals, highways, metros. So probably in the infrastructure, today Creative Group is global players. We do A to Z in aviation. We make the great master plans, as Gurpreet said. Nepal Airport, which is 20,000 hectares with 4 runways, and depression between the 2 runways is more than 10 meters. So sizing out all these projects, making the master plan, understanding the return on money, making the feasibility study, pre-feasibility study, all that we understand, and we are capable of delivering any of the sizing of the project around the globe.
There has been a tremendous shift in terms of how public buildings are made today. We used to make buildings where plaster used to be done, and in days, maybe in couple of years, our building used to get really in such a shabby condition that it was very difficult to say this is a building that has been designed by us. But today buildings are designed in a very robust manner, and buildings are designed in such a way that most of your internal areas and external areas are totally abrasive resistant. Whatever kind of public movement happens in a building, the building can take care of itself. So there has been a shift in terms of material usage, and stainless steel also is a material which is very friendly in terms of public buildings, and we have been using it for stainless steel cladding inside the airport terminals, for even as stainless steel jalis for facade cladding purposes. And there has been tremendous use of stainless steel trolley fenders, railings. So stainless steel as a material is a very eco-friendly material which can be utilized in various different purposes. And in last 15 to 20 years, steel and stainless steel, both of these materials have really come to India in a very big way, and we have moved from concrete to steel. Our association started to happen with Jindal Stainless Steel from Raipur project, where they actually came forward to create this whole ecosystem of artwork and landscape, and the whole paraphernalia of stainless steel sculptures were created, and we showcased the buster art the local art in different facet through the utilization of stainless steel. So that project was further designed by us and further implemented by their team, and it was also maintained by them. So that's how our journey with them started, and then we started to use their products, and I think so on. And now in most of our public buildings, our station buildings especially, we have been using cladding extensively. In Vadodara, we have used stainless steel cladding in the backdrop of the baggage handling system, and we have been using them for trolley fenders, for column claddings. And in one of the malls in Raipur, which is one of the most sustainable ones, we have used stainless steel jalis in the facade in a way of a venturi effect to make the whole mall comfort condition of 24 degrees without utilizing the air condition, just through stainless steel jali. So that is a great, I think, project which showcases how product design can be used in such a way that you can move away from active energy, I would say, air conditioning systems, to sustainable passive design strategies where you can create the same comfort condition without going towards the energy. And this is one of the key projects which was also awarded by the European Association as one of the most sustainable project of that year globally.
Now we're talking about building life is 500 years, 300 years. India is a new shaping. You talk about Statue of Unity, Statue of Oneness, Statue of Shivaji, or you talk about even, I say, Museum of Future in Dubai, or the Louvre Museum in Abu Dhabi. They are true examples where the extensive use of stainless steel is being adopted. Why not have the complete skeleton which is in stainless steel, because it is now available. We didn't have that about 30 years back when Lotus Temple was made. Sabha, the architect, he used galvanized reinforcement. Today is the time when we transform ourselves from galvanized iron to our polyurethane paint coated to permanent stainless steel finish, which can last corrosion-free structures and for years together, for centuries together. It is not the aptitude which matters, it is the attitude which matters. The attitude brings aptitude. You need to learn more of things together, put into your bouquet, be informed, and then command. Do not demand that you become the captain till you are well informed. And today is the time when the capacity building, the capability building, we need to be capable enough to deliver the capacity structures to the nation. I can really proudly say, now, you see, Gurpreet has taken creative group to that horizon where we are trying to make a capacity. Today we have about 150 odd architects and engineers working, and let's see that we become larger global player where we have a capacity of 500 people, 1,000 people working, and we transfer knowledge to other part of the world, not that we get knowledge from USA or from Europe.
We also take energy from the youth, and it is always the young and the new architects who bring the new technology into flavor. So if we are able to combine the youth and the experience, then we can really bring forward something excellent and something that we have not thought about, and that can really shape the India of tomorrow. And we can probably reverse the brain drain, and we can provide the technology and our own architecture of India and culture to the world.